Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden Night.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mariota on first down. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Space to run past the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. From the red zone now, Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about it. Pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On second down, here's Henry. Stays on his feet. Derrick Henry all alone. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, they never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, But I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota, and his throw is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, not...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Now, that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Able to find Harris, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Collins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first step.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third and long here for Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now a give to Collins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. On first down, Mahomes stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete to Fuller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Mahomes to throw on second down. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
3 down. Set. Blue line.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Mahomes. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Tennessee! Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Green 90. Green 90.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans get a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get into the end zone here, although there is a flag down, but this could very well be a hold anyway.
Holding offense.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Titans, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, fly.